Evening, folks. Hope you're having a great one. Welcome to the Spirit of the Law. The wife and I are pregnant. I'm going to be a dad at the tender age of 48 and a little bit anxious about that. But when I first heard the news, it got me thinking, what makes a good parent? And in that analysis, I always remember this case where a grandmother asked me to make an application for her to adopt her own grandchildren. And that was surprising to me because she was in her 60s at that time. The children were, I think, 7 and 9, and they had special needs. Her son had married a young lady, and they were very young when they had the children. It was literally children having children. And in the time that I was representing her, I had the privilege of being able to observe how she conducted herself, not as a grandma, but as a mother to her own children. And I guess being a good parent, what I could tell was 3 things. The first was unconditional love. These kids, any kid, their first reference is the parents, and in this case, your own parents didn't want you. I can't see a world where that doesn't mess you up. And in having this unconditional love, she created a safe place for the kids. A place that they had never enjoyed before, and they could always come home to. The second was she was present. No matter how difficult, no matter how much objections her son or her daughter-in-law made, the welfare of the children came first. She was always there. Tuition, to bring them to school, their ECAs, counseling, all of it. And she was in her 60s at that time. Even the judge said she's an exceptional woman, and I agree. The third was probably communication. She never imposed her values or her ideals on the kids. She was merely a role model that suggested how they should behave or be, and the choice was up to them. And when you're not forced to do something like these children weren't, they were so much more open to it. It was so much more relevant to them. So this case taught me that blood can be thicker than water. Sometimes blood can even be thicker than blood. Good night, folks.